Your name?
I'm Melissa Gentry, and I'm the supervisor of the map collection in Bracken Library.
Okay, so what is the map collection? Like, what do you do here?
So it is a collection of maps, 140,000 maps, and they check out just like books, and people can use them for anything. Like, we have little ones that you can take with you if you go on a trip, but we also have big ones that people use in classes, in teaching. You can give speeches on different topics, and we have old maps that date back to the 1800s, so you can borrow maps like that. They all check out, so you can take them and use them in classes, or like I said, if you're giving a speech or if you're doing some kind of research.
Why do you think maps are important? Like, what's important about maps? Why do we need to have them?
For me, I like maps because you can see the message visually. I'm a visual learner, so I would rather see something on a map than read a bunch of text. So I see things, like we printed off the Alaska map, and so you can see how big Alaska is, and so you can just really see it visually. But you can also see maps, like I use maps for English classes all the time, where it will show like where are the most COVID cases, like where are the endangered animals, like where do penguins live, and so you can just see immediately, like the penguin map, they only live in the southern hemisphere. And I never knew that until I looked at that map, and I'm like, oh, they're only in the southern hemisphere. So it's like a visual message that I think is easier to understand.
Okay, so like, what are the different things maps can show us? Like, what are their different functions and like the types of maps, maybe?
So we have city maps, which I think most people are familiar with. We have maps that show countries, but then we also have fictional maps. Like we have Middle Earth and Game of Thrones. We have a SpongeBob Bikini Bottom map over there. So you can see fictional places. But then we also have like a map that shows where do the most tornadoes happen, where does the most lightning happen, where are there endangered species living. So there's all different kinds of messages on maps. And just the ones that we have hanging on the walls in here, I try to make them all really kind of visually interesting. Some are about history, some are about science, some are about English literature. So it can be all different kinds of topics. So it's fun. We even have superheroes over here. So, Marvel superhero map.
Do you like fictional maps or real life-based maps more?
I like history map, like some kind of history, so if you're learning, especially like we make biographical maps about people's lives. Like we just made a map about Ruth Bader Ginsburg and all the places that were important in her life. And there's one about Martin Luther King Jr. And you can see like all the places where he visited and where he spoke. And it was kind of cool because he came to Indiana a lot. He visited a lot of Indiana colleges. So that was kind of cool to see. So I love the biography maps, the history maps. And it's really fun because Indiana history, a lot of people don't realize there's so many really cool people that are involved in Indiana history. So those are probably my favorites.
What made you want to get involved with maps? Like where did that start for you?
So I was a history major in college and I had a minor in geography. So it just made sense. Yeah. And it's just fun because like for me, like I said, there's 140,000 maps in this room, and I've worked here for almost 20 years and I haven't seen all of them yet. So it's exciting. You can see like new things all the time, and you see new places. Like you really see the places. So it's fun.
This might be a hard question. What's your favorite map at this point in time, at this moment that you have in here?
Oh gosh, that is a hard question. I really like the art maps. So the ones that aren't really of a place. Like this map that's on the wall. It's just a map. It's a map of a city in Europe, but to me it looks like art. So I think that's really beautiful. There's one of Indianapolis Circle, which is very similar. It's an artistic map. I like that one. Those are probably my favorites, the ones that look like art.
Like, tell us about these little models here. Like, where do they come from? What are they showing?
These are from a landscape architecture class, and they had to find a really kind of remote place on Earth. And they had to find all the different kinds of maps, like topographic maps of it, and then make a map themselves. So like this one's really cool. This one is all in Bali, and they have this canoe race every September, I think. I don't know how COVID has affected that, but normally they have a canoe race, and so he mapped the canoe race on here. There's like, you can see the little villages. This one's Costa Rica. It's the rainforest and the beaches. So those are left over from a landscape architecture class. Those are just the ones that I could get people to donate. I wish they would all donate because they're really cool.